Prime Minister Keir Starmer flew to China on Tuesday evening in the first visit by a British leader in 8 years. Starmer will aim to mend ties with the world's second-largest economy and reduce Britain's dependence on an increasingly unpredictable United States. While on the plane, Starmer said Britain cannot overlook the economic prospects China provides, but it must also remain wary of potential security threats. His visit is the latest in a series of Western leaders to travel to Beijing.
So you've had Macron out there, Carney out there, Merz will be going shortly after Starmer, and even Trump himself is potentially planning to go in April.
Ruby Osman is a senior policy advisor at the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change.
There is a sense that so much of the world's in flux at the moment that from the UK's perspective, it's probably worth staying engaged with some of those major partners. But I also think part of this trip has been in the works for a long time.
The 3-day trip will see Starmer travel with a large business delegation and 2 ministers. He'll meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang in Beijing, then continue to Shanghai before a brief visit to Japan. Britain wants closer economic and trade ties with China to help Starmer honour his pledge to improve living standards through investment in public services and the economy. Relationships soured under previous governments amid Beijing's crackdown on Hong Kong protests, a former British colony, and over repeated allegations of espionage and cyber attacks. The visit gives China a chance to court another US ally dealing with Trump's volatile trade policies. That is following Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney's visit earlier this month, when the 2 countries agreed to an economic deal. In the 12 months to the middle of 2025, China was Britain's 4th largest trading partner, with trade totaling about $137 billion, according to government data.
Because I think that there is sometimes a view that the UK doesn't necessarily have a lot that China needs, but I do think the UK has a lot that China wants. And it'll be interesting to see those areas where the UK really does excel, things like life sciences, things like professional services and green finance.
China's Commerce Ministry said that trade and investment deals are expected to be signed during the visit. Starmer's visit comes after his government backed China's plan for a mega embassy in central London, rejecting political warnings that the site could make it easier for China to conduct spying.
At China's invitation, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom will pay an official visit to China from January 28th to 31st. Against the backdrop of a complex and volatile international situation, enhanced communication and cooperation between China and the UK, both permanent members of the UN Security Council, serve the common interests of the 2 peoples and are conducive to promote world peace, stability and development. Prime Minister Starmer's visit will mark the first visit to China by a British Prime Minister in 8 years. During the visit, Chinese leaders will hold talks and meetings with him to have in-depth exchanges of views on bilateral relations and issues of common concern. Prime Minister Starmer will also visit Shanghai. China stands ready to take this visit as an opportunity to enhance political mutual trust with the UK, deepen practical cooperation, jointly open a new chapter in the sound and stable development of China-UK relations, and work together to make due efforts and contributions to world peace, security and stability.
a number 10 stipulation. I'm going to have to run because this is starting to look. Thanks so much. Thanks.
不然我们也没法交流。